Today, we're taking a serious, tough love look at exactly what holds us back from achieving our goals. I mean, we all have dreams, right? We all have ambitions. But so often, we just find ourselves completely stalled out. Why is that? What's the actual barrier between where you are right now and where you desperately want to be? Well, we're going to look closely at the raw, unfiltered truth about accountability, the stories we tell ourselves, and the immense, totally untapped power of the present moment. Look, this isn't about making you feel comfortable. It's about making you realize what you're truly capable of when you finally strip away all the nonsense. So let me just ask you straight up, what is stopping you right now? Are you simply too tired? Is a lack of sleep or a temporary drop in energy the real roadblock that's halting your progress today? It's so easy to wake up, feel that heavy grogginess, and decide that today just isn't the day to push hard. But is physical exhaustion genuinely the thing standing between you and your ultimate success? Or is it just the first barrier you accept without even putting up a fight? Or, hey, maybe it's this next one. You don't have enough time. Is that what's stopping you right now? We all have incredibly busy schedules, I get it. But I challenge you to really think about whether a packed calendar is a truly valid reason to abandon your goals or if it's just a highly convenient barrier to hide behind. I mean, we all get the exact same 24 hours in a day. The question isn't really whether you have the time, but whether you're willing to prioritize your goals enough to carve that time out. And then, of course, there's the classic fallback. You don't have enough money. Is that the ultimate excuse you're leaning on today? It is incredibly common to look at the financial resources we currently lack and just declare the game completely over before we've even figured out a creative workaround. Sure, financial limitations are real, but are they an impenetrable wall, or are they just a hurdle that requires you to be a little more resourceful? But honestly, when you strip away the exhaustion, the busy schedule, and the bank account, is the thing that's actually stopping you, man, that is a hard pill to swallow. The realization that you are your own biggest obstacle. You are the architect of your own stagnation. We point fingers at everything and everyone else, but at the end of the day, the only constant in all of your failures and all of your stalled starts is staring right back at you in the mirror. Section 1. The Anatomy of Excuses. Listen to this quote for a second. Excuses sound best to the person that's making them up. Seriously, read that again. We fabricate these intricate stories just to feel better about ourselves and our lack of momentum. When you explain why you couldn't do something, it might sound incredibly logical and completely justified to your own ears. But to the rest of the world, and honestly to your own potential, it's essentially just a refusal to answer the call. It's a defense mechanism, plain and simple, designed to protect your ego from the pain of effort. Which leads us perfectly into what I call the pity parade. This is the act of telling everybody your sad sob stories. You're basically trying to get people to show up and give you unwarranted sympathy instead of, actually taking action. You've got to stop feeling sorry for yourself. Complaining about your life or pointing out all the problems with your current environment solves absolutely nothing. If you have a problem, you need to step up and do something about it. Nobody is going to fix your life for you while you're busy marching in your own pity parade. Section 2. Truth overcomes the lies. So think about those fabricated lies for a minute. The claims that you have no time, no energy, no money. Well, how do you stop a lie? You hit it with the truth. And the truth is that you actually do have the resources, the access, and the absolute willpower required to make a change. Let's look really closely at what is actually sitting in your arsenal right now. The truth is, you've got the time. You have the skill, you have the knowledge, you have the support, the willpower, and the absolute discipline to get it done. You need to take advantage of the immense access and the resources that you have right now in your country and in your community. You aren't empty-handed here. You are fully equipped for this battle. You just have to choose to pick up your weapons and fight. Section 3. Embrace the uphill battle. Look, everything worthwhile is an uphill battle. The fruit of absolutely anything good in life begins with a challenge. It's never going to just simply fall into your lap. You are never, ever going to look back on a massive achievement and say, oh my God, that was just so simple. If you want it, you have to go get it, knowing full well that gravity is going to be pulling against you the entire way up. You just have to accept this fact right now. It will always be difficult. Think about this specific example. If you ever see someone rolling by in a Rolls-Royce or staying in a 6- or 7-star hotel, living their life to the absolute fullest, do not get jealous of them. Why? Because they worked their absolute hardest to get it. They embraced the difficulty. They didn't get a free pass. They climbed the exact same steep hill you're staring at right now. So it is time to wake up. Awaken the beast inside. It is game on. It is officially go season. You literally cannot afford to sleepwalk through your ambitions for another second. The time for passive wishing is completely over. You have to demand more from yourself. Flip that switch in your mind and attack your goals with a ferocious intensity. Section 4, the power of today. This is your chance. This is your shot. This is your moment. This is your opportunity. You can't just sit around waiting for the stars to perfectly align. All the power, all the control, and all the resources you possess are concentrated in this exact time and this exact place. This right here, this is your time.
And here is a brutally honest truth for you. Ain't no such thing as tomorrow. Tomorrow, 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 we always push our dreams off to the future, don't we? But tomorrow is just an illusion. We only got today. By eliminating the very concept of procrastination entirely, you absolutely force yourself to act. Because if it doesn't happen today, it doesn't happen at all. If this is truly your dream, if you really want to have it, you've got to be willing to bleed for it. You have to rise and grind and make it happen. You still have work to do. You have to stay on that basketball court. You have to stay on that football field. You don't leave the arena just because you're a little tired or because the clock is ticking down. No, you stay on the field until the job is actually done.
So, as we wrap up this explainer, I'm leaving you with one final unavoidable question. You know the excuses are just lies. You know the battle is uphill. And you absolutely know that tomorrow doesn't exist. So, what are you going to do right now? The information is in your hands, the choice is totally yours, and the clock is officially ticking.